Let's get some business news now with Ed Boyd. Ed, good morning. We've spoken a lot about inflation this year, but the United Nations says global food prices are falling, which is a sign of deflation in the economy.
We're starting to see some signs of deflation in the economy. So the UN's FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization, every month they put out a report on global food prices, and the most recent one has just come out for the month of July. And we can put it up on the screen for you. Look at this red line. That is this year of 2022. You can see food prices peaking in March when Russia invaded Ukraine. And now it is really starting to come back down again. They say it's the steepest monthly decline in global food prices since October 2008. If we go on to the next page here, these are the main agricultural commodities that have come down in price in July. And you can see wheat down almost 15%, sorghum down about 13%, barley down about 13%, and vegetable oil down about 19% as well. So these are global food prices. They're not necessarily the price that you'd be getting in Australia for any of those products, but as a whole across the world, these commodity prices are starting to come down, and it's going to start having deflationary effects on economies all over the world, including Australia, Pete.
So how long does it take for deflation to influence the economy and then bring inflation back down to normal levels again?
Well, the bad news is it does take quite a long period of time. So, for example, just looking at the Reserve Bank's forecasts, they have inflation in Australia reaching almost 8% by December, but then inflation falling to still be around that 4% mark in December next year. One of the big problems with inflation is, take the example of the $9 iceberg lettuce. If that stays the same price next year, inflation will be at 0%. We need that lettuce to go down to $8 or $6 to have a big deflationary effect on the economy. There are other things that are getting cheaper. We know petrol in particular, unleaded petrol at least, has come down from over $2 a litre down to about $1.60 a litre. And that petrol was really one of the main contributors to the whole inflation effect on our economy over the last 12 months. So with petrol starting to come down, that's going to really start easing the economy and cost of living pressures for Australians.
Right. I saw an iceberg for $5 at Woolies the other day, so maybe that's already starting.
Good deal.
Yeah, maybe that's already starting to happen. I had tacos as a result of that. Thank you, Ed. Good news, though, finally here for economists. The Bureau is going to start releasing monthly inflation data.
This is something that economists have called for years now. You might recall about a month ago, the governor of the Reserve Bank was over in Switzerland at a banking conference, and he, in his prepared remarks, said that Australia only gets inflation numbers once a quarter, and people in the crowd actually started laughing. They couldn't believe it. So the Bureau of Statistics is coming out next week with this new information. It says it's going to be for the month of June. But hopefully we start to get it every month, and it'll give us a better sense of where inflation's going in the economy, Pete.
Okay. Ed Boyd, thank you.